Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, and welcome back to another video. Today is a very special video because, well, I'm finally moving away from my comfort zone. You guys know I love Apple products, I love iPhones, I love AirPods, I love all of it, and I've pretty much never reviewed any of their competitor products, but today that changes. We're reviewing two, well, I guess it's the same competitor because they came from the same... Initially, you might not think these were made by the same people, but they were, and I'll explain as we continue. But we've got some very, very interesting phones for very different reasons that we're gonna be checking out today. So the other day, we got this in the mail, and you guys have probably seen what this is because it's popping up all over YouTube, and I feel quite honored that I received it because we're like becoming a real tech channel now. But we're receiving free products. This is free. They did not pay me though, so keep that in mind. There has been a lot of speculation about the product and its legitimacy and things of that nature, and for that reason, I am going to be wearing this vest for the duration of this video. Now, before I open this product, I'm gonna show you guys the other one we're gonna be reviewing, and that is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, or Z Flip, because I'm in Canada, so we say Z. Whatever. Anyways, we got the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. We're gonna go with Z for today, and the reason I decided to get this phone instead of the Samsung Galaxy S20 or S20 Ultra for this comparison is because, well, these two phones have a few things in common. One, they're both fold phones, and two, they're both made by Samsung. I'll tell you more about that later. And as I mentioned before, I am a Apple connoisseur of sorts. Maybe not connoisseur, but I love Apple products. I've been using iPhone since it came out, but before that, I actually had a flip phone. And to be honest, even though I've been using iPhone for so long, it's actually one of my favorite phones. It's just the satisfaction of folding it open and close. It was the old Motorola Razr, and when I saw the new Motorola Razr come out, as well as the Samsung Z Flip, I was like, maybe I would potentially, at some point, be persuaded into switching from the iPhone. I know it sounds crazy and I'm not there yet, but this is step number one. I gotta check it out, review it, and see if I like it. So we've got these two phones today. We're gonna be comparing them. There is obviously a major difference between the two. This is listed at $399 and this is like $1,400 or $1,380, I believe. So quite a big price difference, but we're gonna take a look at the specs and, well, talk a little bit more about this phone in general as we move forward. Jay's mic is just gonna be him eating chips the whole time. That's just, he's literally just eating Doritos while we do this entire thing. But Jay, you must be excited, no? I'm finally switching over to the dark side. Jay's a Samsung user. You had an A20 before it broke? I don't know. There's too many numbers. That's how I feel. And if you guys wanna see me do a video where I make the jump, I commit and I switch from Apple over to Samsung for a week, and see if I like it and whether I would actually decide to switch for the long term, be sure to smash the like button. If we get over, I don't know, 20,000 likes, I'll try that out. But I'm also not gonna start by opening this. I wanna get into the Z Flip first. I know we are like a month behind on all the videos about this, but I'm still excited to test this out. Okay, we got my knife. Now I feel really equipped for opening this phone. I'm ready to go through the Colombian jungle. Now, as I pop into this bad boy right here, I wanna know what you guys think about the flip phones, the folding phones. Are you considering switching? Are you sticking with the standard flagships from all the different phone producers, like the S20s or the iPhone? I wonder if they're gonna make a flip iPhone. That'd be pretty sweet. All right, so we've got our flip here. This is my first time unboxing a Samsung product. I've never done this before. It really doesn't feel the same. It does. I'm sorry, it doesn't. The future changes shape. Meet your Galaxy Z Flip. Damn, oh my God. Okay, this is pretty lit. We got it in the black instead of the purple. We gotta do the flip. Okay, this is small. Like I could fit it in one of these real easy. Boom, you know, while I'm fleeing Escobar's troops. Now, right off the jump, this is my iPhone XR. Look how small this is. It's tiny. I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max here. We can use that as part of our comparison too. Like, it is a little bit thicker, but in terms of like the form factor is so small. You can fit it in your pocket. Wow. Wow, you know that guy? Wow, I feel like him. That's pretty crazy, okay? That is definitely a really cool, like the form factor is great. It's so much smaller, it's like half the size, but you open it up and you still get the same feel of a full-size phone. Weight-wise is pretty good. It doesn't have the same satisfaction of the Flip, the old Razr. It works, but it's kind of sticky, you know what I mean? You almost need your other hand to fold it down. The old ones, you could literally, it was just your thumb. You would just use your thumb or your index finger. You can still kind of use your index finger, but it's not quite as fluid of a flipping motion as the old flip phones. But I mean, it is still quite a bit bigger. Like this is, I would guess my old flip phone was half the size of this. I don't remember, it was so long ago. But let's turn this on, let's take a look. Okay. All right, we got some Galaxy Z Premier services. Don't care about that. Oh, it comes with headphones too. Why don't we get Galaxy Buds? Come on, if they had done that, that would be a great differentiator from Apple. Look at these things of the past right here. No headphone jack, by the way, which I believe the S20 doesn't either. I think this is the first ones that, or no, the Note 10 didn't have it either. I don't know, but I know this is relatively new for Samsung. Welcome to the party. It took you guys a while. I'm gonna stop turning this into a battle between Apple and Samsung. I like that you can interact with the front of the phone. There are some, like there's some display features built in here. And you can take a selfie with the rear camera. That's pretty lit. Now, right now, I am just unboxing it, giving you guys a quick initial review and thoughts, but we are gonna go through the actual specs of the phone later on in the video. If you guys are familiar with the Samsung S20, which is obviously the flagship phone for Samsung right now, this is supposed to be, well, it's priced like a flagship phone. It's pretty much the exact same, but it doesn't have the same specs. It's essentially all solid specs, but a step or two down from the Samsung S20 or S20 Ultra, but they're still good. So I know we're not comparing this to the Samsung S20, but if you guys are considering that, I think this essentially boils down to what do you care more about when you're getting a phone. So if you want a top of the line, best performance, future-proof phone, obviously you're probably gonna wanna go with the Samsung S20 or S20 Ultra. But if you want a good phone with a really unique design that has a great new form factor, is more compact, you can fit it in your pocket more easily, then this is a really good option. But with that being said, we're not comparing those two phones, we are comparing a very different phone. Now, the main thing I feel like most people are wondering when it comes to this phone is how durable will it be with the fold in the center here? Now, right off the jump, you can kind of see where the fold happens even when the phone is flat, essentially. The fold does feel kind of forced, and if you were to do this over and over and over and over, would it mess the phone up? I don't know. I feel like they said it's ready to last for a long time, and it does still feel durable. It just feels so foreign to fold your phone that I think that's more than anything what feels uncomfortable about it. But really the most important thing for me with this phone is what I'm about to show you. Hello? Hi, Jay. I'm gonna need you to get back to work, okay? This is important. Oh, yeah, that felt good. It's time to check out the phone of the hour. I think that makes sense. The phone of the video, really what we're all here for. And that's the Escobar Fold 2. Now, I don't really know where to start with explaining to you guys all that's going on with this phone because I just spent a bunch of time talking about a phone. There is so much more to this than the phone. There's the potential scam, who initially made the product, how it came to be, why is it the price it is in comparison to the other folding phones, and is it legit? How did I get it? I have a lot of questions, to be honest. I don't really have too many answers, but maybe we'll be able to figure out a few together, and I am very interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are on both of these phones. A lot of people have a lot to say about it, okay? And we're gonna start off by just reviewing the phone, and then I'll tell you guys a little bit more about the details of how this came to be, and why it's so much more interesting than it just initially looks. The box is kind of messed up already. We've got this. Two pictures of girls in lingerie holding the phones.
Nice. Nice.
One of them looks like she's gonna cry. Like, I feel bad for these girls, you know? Now, just in case you guys aren't familiar with Escobar, the name, or Pablo Escobar, I don't know what you've been doing for the last 40 years, but most recently, the Netflix series came out called Narcos, and easily one of my favorite shows. That, hands down, great product, but the shit that goes down in those in that show is the reason why I have this on right now. I'm kind of scared, but I had to do it. Pablo is obviously a very polarizing figure in the show, depending on who you ask. Well, most people, I don't feel comfortable talking about Pablo Escobar in any way that might be construed as negative. So I'm just gonna say I love the show, okay? That's what I'm gonna just leave it at that. I think the most interesting part before I get into oh, it says it's $549 US. I don't know. Anyways, we got the big PBE Fold 2 on the front. This is the second edition of the phone. 12 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of ROM. Looks good. We got the seal of approval from QC passed, so I guess we can open this. On the website, it shows the people behind this, and they seem like great guys. But one of them, I just couldn't help but notice, if you guys remember, I think his name was Robert Gaviria. I might be off with that. But in the show, he's Pablo's older brother, I believe. He's responsible for bad things happening to some people in the show. He owns it because on the website, his official position is listed as, wait for it, Chief of Assassinations, COA. It's a new one. CFO, CTO, CEO. I've heard of all those. I had never heard of COA, Chief of Assassinations, and it actually says that on the website. Now, he's working with somebody else to make this all happen. I'm sure he's cleaned up his act since then. You know, people, like I said, I'm gonna keep moving forward. You know, I don't want to talk too much. I just thought it was interesting and slightly scary that his title is still just blatantly out there as Chief of Assassinations. If you're watching this, love you in the show. Great job in the show. With that being said, should we open it? Should we take a look inside? I'm getting more nervous the more I talk about this. Oh my. So this is the phone, the Fold 2. It says Escobar Inc. 2020 on the bottom. We got the Pablo Escobar logo in the center there. It's long. We'll do a quick side-by-side. It's actually about the same. I feel like it just looks longer because it's thinner. All right. Oh my God. Look at that. Pablo Escobar just staring right at you like, if you don't review this phone well, I'll kill you from the grave. Holy hell. What else? What do we have in here? A charging cord, and that is all. Anyways, we got like a gold sticker. Is it a sticker? Whatever it is. It's gold on the back here. We've got another gold line down the center where the fold happens. This was my first time ever unboxing a Samsung product, but I believe this is a Samsung Galaxy Fold. Exactly a Samsung Galaxy Fold. That is what I've seen people say. I haven't spent too much time with it. I've never touched a Samsung Galaxy Fold, so it's hard for me to know for sure, but apparently it's the exact same product. The Samsung Galaxy Fold though is like 3 to 4 times the price. I did see some speculation that they bought, like Samsung had produced more units than people wanted, so they had an overstock, and they bought these from them. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea how exactly this works, but let's take a look at the phone itself. No recently used apps. Pop open the camera. The camera looks all right. What I've seen online, we'll try and find a picture for you guys, is essentially if you peel this off, it just says Samsung underneath it. So this is a Samsung Fold that has a plate on top of it with the Pablo Escobar branding. And then, well, also obviously to make it, you know, look like a little bit of a vibe, because it does look pretty cool, but to also cover the fact that it's just a Samsung Fold, but it's been like rebranded with the Pablo Escobar brand, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's kind of cool. I think the Pablo Escobar brand is an interesting brand, obviously, and I'm still scared and I don't want to say anything bad about this. This is kind of cool. I do like that you can interact so well with the front screen here. Like the front screen on the Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip is so small. There's not really much you can do with it. But this is like it's a full phone in itself. Samsung Galaxy Fold 5G. So confirmed, this is a Samsung Galaxy Fold. It's just been repurposed. Let's go watch a YouTube video on the Pablo Escobar Fold. It looks cool, but part of the issue is you have these big black bars because nothing is built to fill this screen. You know what I mean?
Aspect ratio of the film.
Yeah, the aspect ratio of videos, it doesn't fit the actual phone. So the only time you're using the entire interface is when you're using the actual interface of the phone, which is still cool, but a lot of the reason I would want to have a big screen like this would be so that I could watch videos or shows on Netflix or something like that. So you don't get to take full advantage of it. It ends up only being a fraction larger than what you would watch on your iPhone or on your regular Samsung device.
Imagine playing a game.
Playing a game? Yeah, maybe a game would be better. All right. Oh, okay. This does look pretty dope. It looks like it fills the screen up pretty well. So maybe the games adjust the aspect ratio of the phone. The more I hold the Fold, the more I like it. Like it is kind of cool to just have like this big honking iPad or tablet as a phone, and then you just fold it and it's regular. It's like the reverse of this. This one folds down to small size. This one folds out to big. Well, I guess they both fold out to bigger sizes, but it's like, I like this more because it's so big. I like this more because it's so small. But for gaming, this is pretty wavy. I'm not gonna lie. Overall, the way I'm feeling about this phone is like, is it the best phone to get for actual use? I have no idea, but is it kind of cool because it's Pablo Escobar and stuff? Yeah, it is pretty cool. Is this a sticker? Yes. Is this a Samsung Galaxy Fold? Yes. But what's wrong with that, I guess? Like in terms of those aspects, I don't think there's anything wrong with putting a sticker and changing the branding. That's what people do all the time. You know, all the clothing you buy is a Gildan shirt with someone else's brand on it. You know, like most of the time, that's what happens with a lot of different brands. It's people buying something, they private label it, and they put that on it. This is the first time I've really seen an example of a private labeled phone. The main issue that I don't know 100%, and I can't tell you one way or the other, but I believe, and I've heard from a lot of people, that there is potentially a scam involved here. Please don't kill me, Escobar family, please, okay? I'm just trying to be honest with people, all right? In all seriousness, that would be the major issue. If this is a legit phone, it does work, and people besides YouTubers like myself actually get it when they order it, then that's great. But I didn't pay for this. I'm sure a lot of the other YouTubers you've seen review it also didn't pay for it, and I don't know if everybody who's placing the order is getting it. What I did hear from Marquise Brownlee, who actually placed a regular order, was he never got it. At least with the first one, he did get upgraded to the second one, but that was through his first order, and then he didn't get the second order. So whether or not you're gonna get this phone, I don't know. If you do decide to buy this, just be buying it with the understanding that you might not get it, if that makes sense. So it's time to move on to what I think is fittingly named, considering the phones we're using today, our smartphone war. Get it? Because
Yeah,
you get it. Yeah. All right, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our two contestants here. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip versus the Samsung Galaxy the Pablo Escobar Fold 2, aka the Samsung Galaxy Fold with a skin on it. In this battle, each phone has pros, each phone has cons, and we are going to find out, if pitted against each other, which phone would win. For the inaugural episode of Smartphone Battles, we have 4 different criteria we are gonna be judging these phones on. If you think we're missing anything, be sure to let us know in the comment section down below, and we can add some more criterias for the next episode. The first thing we are gonna be evaluating these phones on is their displays. Secondly, their cameras. Third, battery life. And finally, the look and feel, as well as features present on both of our phones. Ladies and gentlemen, let the battle begin. For our first criteria, the displays, we're gonna take a look at our Escobar Fold 2, aka Samsung Galaxy Fold. With a 7.3-inch display, this bad boy is huge and is bordering on small tablet territory. With a 1536 by 2152 pixel display, it also has 362 pixels per inch, as well as the dynamic AMOLED display. It also has a functioning front display that you can use independently without opening the phone. Moving on to our Samsung Galaxy Z Flip display, also a dynamic AMOLED display. It is slightly smaller at 6.7 inches with a 1080 by 2636 pixel display and a higher pixel density at 425. The Escobar Fold 2 does have a significantly larger display. However, the pixel density on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is higher. You'll get slightly better quality on your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. But overall, we're gonna give the edge to the Escobar Fold 2, aka Samsung Galaxy Fold, because the display is quite a bit larger and the front display actually works and is usable so that you can use your phone while folded. Next up, we're taking a look at the cameras. We got 3 cameras on the Escobar Fold 2. We got the 12 megapixel wide, we got the 16 megapixel ultra wide, and the 12 megapixel telephoto. Whereas with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, we've got 2 cameras, both 12 megapixel wide and ultra wide. Now, one nice feature that does come with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is you can double tap the volume button and you can use your rear facing camera when folded as your selfie camera. And that's pretty much the only time the front display is really any use. Now, with that being said, we're gonna have to give the edge in the camera department to the Escobar Fold 2. Again, just wanna reinforce, this is essentially the Samsung Galaxy Fold. Moving on to our third element, the battery and lifespan of both phones. The Escobar Fold has a 4,380 milliwatt amp hour battery, which is a larger battery than the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, which is 3,300. The Escobar Fold battery is powering a larger display, which takes up more energy, but overall the Galaxy Fold, or the Escobar Fold 2, did perform slightly better in terms of battery life than the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. Weirdly enough, the Escobar Fold 2 is outperforming the newer phone, which is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, but the real area that the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip stands out is the look and feel and the unique features that come with the phone. So with the Escobar Fold 2, you're essentially going from a regular size smartphone to a small tablet, which can be great for power users or people who are trying to watch Netflix or YouTube videos because you are getting a larger screen and more battery life to use that. However, if that's not what you're looking for and you're not a power user, the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip gives you a more compact, easy to use and easy to fit anywhere design. But what you're paying for is to go from regular size smartphone to small smartphone, as opposed to the other way with the Escobar Fold. In terms of the fold, on both phones, you can actually feel the fold when you're scrolling over it. I personally didn't find it very distracting when scrolling or when viewing either of the phones. But if I had to say one phone I noticed it more, it would be the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. One other feature that I do really like about the Samsung Galaxy Fold or the Escobar Fold 2 is that you can actually use the front display on the phone. So you don't need to unfold the phone for it to be useful. In fact, if you want, you can probably get by doing just about everything you need on a daily basis with the phone folded shut. And then when you're ready for a more heavy usage session, you just unfold it and you get the full use of the 7.3-inch display. Now, the last thing we have to compare is, of course, the price point. I didn't mention that earlier, but I think that goes without saying. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is a very expensive phone at around $1,400 USD, whereas the Escobar Fold 2 apparently is extremely cheap. It says $529 on the box, but it's listed on their website at $399, and you are getting a Samsung Galaxy Fold, which is about a $2,000 phone normally. Obviously, there are some concerns regarding the price and the reality of whether you're even going to get anything when you do give them that money. A lot of people, including Marquise Brownlee, has said that they basically bought the phone, gave the money, and got nothing in return. So if you're paying for something and getting nothing, I think the price becomes obsolete whether or not it was a deal or not. We can't really properly judge these two because I think the more apt comparison here is a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip versus a Samsung Galaxy Fold. Now, if you were doing that comparison and you're doing $1,400 versus $2,000, I think the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is actually a really great option because you're saving $600. You're getting a lot of the same features you get with the Samsung Galaxy Fold, but it's more about preference. Do you prefer going from a regular size smartphone to a smaller smartphone that's more compact and easy to fit in your pocket? Or do you want to go for a form factor that starts more like a regular size and opens up into a mini tablet? It really just depends on your preference. So even though the Escobar Fold did technically win a bunch of our rounds, I think the major issue is you wouldn't probably get the Escobar Fold for that price. So you have to put it at the price of the Samsung Galaxy Fold, and when you do that, I think, personally, I would pick the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. Again, that's just preference. If you guys want a bigger phone, then the Galaxy Fold is great. And if you're willing to spend the money, then you do get very slightly better features in certain areas, but you do also get a slightly better processor with your Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. So at the end of the day, it was a kind of a close battle, surprisingly. To be honest, when I first opened this, I didn't realize the Escobar Fold was exactly the same as a Samsung Galaxy Fold. So given all the circumstances surrounding the Escobar Fold 2, while it is a pretty sweet deal if you're able to get your hands on it, I don't know if you are. So I can't give the W to the Escobar Fold 2, and instead, the winner of our first smartphone wars is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. Please don't kill me, Escobar Inc. I might regret this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. You feel a little bit more educated on what is going on with this Pablo Escobar phone, as well as the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you guys want to see me swap out my iPhone for maybe the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip or the S20 and see if I switch over to the dark side and I leave Apple for good, be sure to smash the like button. If we get over 25K likes on this video, I'll be back with that one for you guys in the future. Let me know your opinions on both of these smartphones in the comment section down below, and what smartphone should challenge our Samsung Galaxy Z Flip in the next episode. Be sure to subscribe if you guys are new, and don't forget to wash your hands and stock up on toilet paper. I'm still not sure why the toilet paper thing is a thing, but as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Toodles! Jay? Yeah, get back to work.